as we get ready for the drivers to start their formation laps, looking at the cloud cover that we are seeing, it could be a chance for some rain potentially later in the race, but as we get ready to start this race, Elmer Jacko will be starting on pole. JK Mash, all Junkyard Doggy and Bender have hit each other, it seems like. Gritto, Izzy Bro, Quiet Cake, Mad Mac, Battle Cat, Junkyard Doggy, Chaos. So the last time P8 and 9. Good for them. Bender, Cheap Trick, Tyrone, Daz, Itchy Nut, PMAC and Krojag. And now while they're going around for their formation lap, bringing down the actual Chinese Grand Prix view. As I said, Hamilton taking the fastest lap and driver of the day, Kimi Antonelli. But Piastri and Norris taking in the 1-2. Piastri taking the win from pole today, which is very good for us. But Jackson, on the other hand, down in P16, not what you would have wanted. And of course, Lawson as well, P15. Only about 7 seconds ahead of doing. Of course, Russell completing the podium in P3 in that Mercedes, as well as Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton, Ocon, Antonelli, Albon, Bierman, Gasly, Stroll, Sainz, Hadjar, Lawson, Doohan, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, and Sonoda, and of course Alonso having what Max Verstappen had in Australia last year, brake blowing up, so he had to DNF in the early stages of the race. Also some notable things. Ocon and Bierman having the double points finish. And of course, you never know what's going to happen for the rest of this race. In Formula 1, of course, Lawson could get the sack, you never know. There's rumours going around about it. But of course, that result has jumped Oscar to only 10 points behind Lando in the standings. So that's a real life F1 update. And of course, McLaren are taking the constructors' lead currently. But as we get ready to go racing, here they'll pull into the grid. Threat of rain with our championship leader, overall championship leader even. They'll be starting us off. And I'll have my standards up for when we're ready. We'll be running the ball with Elmer Jacko for the start. It's so far away. That's all we can see. We have 5 red lights. We are underway for the Chinese Grand Prix here in round 5 of Season 2 of Lads Motorsport. Elmer Jacko will be leading them away into turn 1. We'll see behind him. And they're all BX Guido. Trying to make the move of really outside. JK Mash into turn 3. So he goes down into turn 3 now. Very close bubbles. They all are making it through. A slow moving car, but nothing too bad. As Jacko will begin to, and there's possible strategies, although starting on the hards, could go to the mediums, hards to mediums is the strategy. Easy tyres, mediums and hards all around. Your top 8 on mediums, as well as chaos, and the rest are on hards. And big winners from the start is Junkyard, up 4, losers are Battlecat, JK, Mash, and Cheap Trick all down for 3 and 4. Of course, PMAC up 3, and Tyrone up 3 positions off the start. But Elmer Jacko is continuing to lead. VX Gritto currently into P2, winning the challenge. 2 Red Bull Ferraris out of position, which is not good to retain their championship lead as well. See what can happen as we go down the straight. So that view there. What can happen now? As I'll head down towards the hairpin now. Turn 14. For the first time. I think everyone's making through cleanly, it seems like. Now Elmer Jacko will start the first lap. In the lead, and I've gone into a slow moving Krojag there. Now, Elmer Jacko leading them into this DRS enabled now. So there's 2 DRS detection zones, one on the exit of turn 12 and one on the entry to turn 16. Of course, so that back straight and the main straight are your DRS deployment zones on this track. As Jacko is absolutely flying, but he got that on those medium compound tyres. Of course, I can really check if anyone has damage coming in. P-Mac has front wing damage, which is not that good for him. Come back to the game. As Jacko will be heading down towards turn 11 now. Gritto's going to have a dosage of DRS down this back straight. So will Izzy though. Oh no, Izzy won't have it. So Gritto, what's he going to do? Is he got to move lined up? Is he close enough? He's to be on board. It's a long DRS zone. Slipstream would be powerful for Gritto. He's looking to make a tier 2 driver into the lead of this Grand Prix. Gritto, he's going to get the slipstream. Heading down, it will be under braking. Gritto's really close and chooses to stay behind. Basically pushing Jacko through the hairpin there. Can Tyrone switch positions also on that main straight. And now he's going to have another dosage of DRS. Will this be where he makes the move? We're right on board with him. Is he close enough to make the move? Gritto going fastest. 132. And Junkyard beating that instantly. 134.6. As they'll head across the line. Two packs forming really from P-Mac down. And that's P-Mac down. Of course, you've got the leading pair down to about Mad Mac and a few small trains happening behind these two leaders. But is there a move? When's Gritto going to make the move here on Jacko in that Alpine? Of course, I would be personally rooting for Jacko, but that's because I am the Alpine 2-2 driver. But it's interesting where Jacko will get passed by Gritto. It's going to happen because he has the overlap and the DRS is strong. But will he go for the main straight or the back straight? Because DRS is really strong, and you saw how close he got last time out. But there's a throw jag round. Could have made contact with Itchy. I don't know. But won't be a safety car, so we'll continue racing as he gets back on his way. Now Jacko coming green on turn 13 now. Now, is Gritto close enough? He's a lot closer than he was last time out. Is there a move here? He's got DRS now. He's not going to slipstream. I don't think he's deploying as much. He's going to get close into the braking zone. It's quite capable, looking to make a move. And he does. Oh, Junkyard Dog been fighting behind this. And Cowlight Cake's going to get into P4 now. Has a chance to chase down Izzy. Keep checking P-Max swapping positions. As Izzy goes a bit wide there. Footy Bender picking up a time penalty for multiple warnings. But is this Gritto's chance to make the move? No, it is not. But it will come. The move will come for Gritto. He just has to be patient, not to make too many mistakes. And he will continue on and potentially win this race for the Tier 2 and be the first Tier 2 winner this season. I believe Chaos, is a Tier... Actually, he's a Tier 2 reserve. So Chaos would be the first Tier 2, but the first Tier 2 full-time driver to win this season if he can pull it off today. But he's got some pace there today. I don't know how well those mediums are going to hold up come the rest of this race. Right on board with him now. There's a bit of a curve there, but I look in the rear view. Oh, Jacko. That's the gap in real time for him. We have Projag around in Sector 1 again, slow moving. McLaren having an odd season. Very ordinary season start. Of course, currently sitting in the Constructors' Championship. Currently sitting P8 with 50 points just ahead of, I believe that is, ahead of Williams 48, which is Daz and Callie. Callie also yet to race. So basically it seems like those drivers in the back of the grid, those teams haven't really had full teams. But now, is this Gritto's chance? Is he going to get close enough? Chaos, Battlecat, and P-Mac on the trick switch again. There's going to be a move for Gritto. We run a ball with him as he goes to make the move to the inside of turn 1. So it'll make Jacko go the long way around to retain his position. A long way around, but he can try the switch back, but he'll have the inside line for turn 3 and 4. And Gritto will get past and into the lead of the race. But Jacko's not done yet, though, as we run aboard Jacko. Gets down towards the hairpin. Gritto absolutely, it seems like deploying all of it. See where he can go now. Speed will be in the case. Can Jacko find a way? This guy's won every Grand Prix but one. Can he find room to win his 4th Grand Prix of the season? As you see Jacko looking to line up a move on Gritto when he can. Oh, Jacko got some pace though here today. So does Gritto. So it'll be anyone's game, and is Izzy getting a bit wobbly on the exit there of turn 10 as they'll head down towards turn 11 and now through the chicane turn 12. As Jacko will be riding on board him, he's awfully close as it seems. Slow moving cars there. But now Jacko, is this the move he'll be wanting? Is it time for him to retain the lead of this race? He's getting awfully close to Gritto, awfully on the pull side, and that's the benefit of this long straight. Easy moves for these drivers. We'll head in Jacko back into the lead of this race. But Gritto can have a chance. You want another dosage of DRS for Gritto. I'm down this main straight. We look behind him. That's where Gritto is. This is a nice close racing. If we start lap 6 of the Grand Prix. Gritto not close enough this time around. Not battle cat. Jacko's going to allow him to go around the outside. If he wants to put in the hard work, then go for it. And sector 3, slow moving car. Bazza, who has a broken front wing. But now we're back up to these leading pair. And this pair is absolutely flying. 2 seconds after Izzy Bro. Unless there's a safety car, these two are going to be breaking away from this pack. And it's about a rate of about 3 tenths a lap. They're pulling away. If not more, so this is a mighty battle that we are witnessing between Jacko and BX Gritto. Alpine vs Red Bull back in round 2. This was the championship fight. Mad Mac was here too, and me, of course. But it'll be interesting to see where this can go. Ferrari's outplayed, so this is for the lead of the championship, I do believe, on the overall constructors, if things stay the way they are for the Ferraris. Red Bull Gritto now. Is this the chance for him to retain the lead of this race? No, it will not be. Better see, he'll get another dosage. Both on the medium, so both of them a similar strategy. As long as Madmac isn't going to pit the same lap as Jacko, they should have even in time for a double stop here, double stack. But hopefully there's no rain around, so because if there's rain, that'll be a very big moment in this race. Because now, Gritto all looks at the inside there, forced to bail out a bit. So head down towards. He'll go here. Down towards turn 5 now. And of course Gritto looking to make it a very strong season, looking at his first podium. Jacko was 4th. Very interesting to see. Gritto looking for his first podium, Jacko looking for his 4th win. So big fight for these two this season. And it's very interesting. Tier 1 versus Tier 2. When's Jacko's Tier 1 knowledge going to come out? There's a reason Jacko's Tier 1. There's a reason Gritto's Tier 2. So there's obviously pace differences between the two. But Gritto is really sticking it to him though right now. As also Bender has passed JK Mash. So let's see what can happen now. But of course, whoever stays in the lead out of this pair's tyres are going to be better. You're 100% better. So, depends on what they do. Run ball down with Jacko, that's the gap back to him. So, I'm waiting to see who's the first round of stops. And of course, if you look at the championship, then Jacko's leader Tier 1. And Gritto is tied for 3rd in Tier 2, so very range of skills, very range of speed, but this is a very good fight. Of course, over standings, you can't really say nothing about standings, especially considering Jacko's won 4 races this season. In the first 2 in Bahrain, Jeddah, and of course the Enduro in Japan. Gritto, I don't think even raced the Enduros. Yeah, points at the moment don't say much, but pace is currently saying a lot on track. Very interesting to see if can Jacko hold off Gritto. Will he be able to pull away? Although, is the dirty air going to impact Gritto a lot? How much will it impact Gritto? As we have a quick check before we get to the straight on tyres for these two. Jacko, 36 wear. Gritto doesn't have his telemetry on, so I can't see. But people's tires really starting to wear away. Of course, people at Crowjag's hards are actually kind of nice, but it's the dirty air is what's going to sell them. As Grizz uses DRS just to get a bit of VRS back. As Footy Bender and JK Mash are battling and down the main straight. Mad Max also caught up in that. See now, Jacko's Gridder going a bit wide there. Could be a warning for him. Track limits. And of course, Jacko leading the way, so he'll be able to save through here. Tight, twisty section. Let's see what he can do. See what he can do. Down towards turn 6 is hairpin. No moves being made. A double look back through the pack. This battle, 3 cars. The other Red Bull, Mad Mac, JK Mash, and Footy Bender in this fight. This is a very close fight. Junkyard Doggy has left the session. I don't know if it's due to technical error or not, but we'll see if I can invite him back just in case. So we need anybody to get back in if needed. So here he goes, Elmer Jacker coming around the final corner. Turn 13. Of course, Gridder is still having DRS. DRS is staying slightly in DRS. But behind him, this fight is awfully close. As we look at White Cakes on board. For a bit here. Yeah, anyone going to make a move here? Anyone going to get close enough? White Cake might have a chance to steal both positions there. 3-1 into the hairpin. Is he breaking a bit earlier? But White Cake will still get past. And he's broken DRS. Has Jacko to Gridder. And Bender has snuck out Junkyard back into the lobby, so that's good to see him racing again. Of course, it's AI into that move. But these fights behind these leading pairs is absolutely getting insane. There's another train joining the party here. Quai Cake now chases down Izzy Bro. In that Astamon. A bit of a wobble from that kicks out, but on the exit of that. Oh, turn 4. No, that's turn 3, sorry. Footy Bender very close to the back of Junkyard now. Is he looking for the move? No move there. Because we can get past, he can get onto the leading pair and potentially chase down people like Jacko. Potentially, if he has the pace, a bit of contact there. There's rubbing wheels between them. Ben just trying to get on with it. More bumping of wheels. Slight contact that's allowing Cake to pull away though. And Bender in the cockpit will be hoping that he can get past while he can. Junkyard's going to make a stubborn pace for himself though to protect his position as best as he can as Jacko. Pull a 2-second gap to Gridder. Gridder seems to have pulled his tires way too much. And it looks like he's going to keep position. Spike Cake close enough for a move. No, he won't be able to look behind him. Here comes Footy Bender into turn 14 there. Didn't start him off the hairpin. And a few making moves into the hairpin. Battle Cat getting up past JK Mash. And it's about 5 cars in the space of a few hundred meters between each other there. Now Bender has some clean air. He can go and chase down Quiet Cake. We look behind him though. There's a few moves looking large there. Mad Mac has pulled the plug and he's coming to the pit. Oh well, some front wing coming off there of, I believe that's JK Mash's end plates off. We'll run ball Quiet Cake as he chases down Izzy Bro. Breaking into turn 6 there as we go on the exit now. What can he do? Is anyone's game? Junky Donkey Battle Cat having a little bit of a battle there. Was Kick Sauber by himself, the only sole Kick Sauber in the lobby in the race tonight. And Junkyard has retired from the session. That's on track too. Interesting there. He's on track, so potentially a safety car. think he would have attempted to get around, but it could be mechanical, not mechanical, could have been technical. So, can't really blame him for anything. If it has to be done, it has to be done. But we'll continue racing. We'll head down towards Jacker making a lead, and I hope as there Izzy Bros passed by Quiet Cake into the lead. Onto the lead into P3. Izzy Bros now fight back. It's another around the outside, and he's going into the pits. So undercut very strong around here though. See Junkyard Doggy. I'll be interested to see if I can get a hold of him wide. If there's an issue or not. The game kicked him out. A bunch of people coming into the pits. Izzy Bro, Footy Bender, JK Mash, and Chaos into the pits. And now Quiet Cake gets a bit of clean air. He can try and get off the griddle now. See what can happen. Now Jacko's coming to the pits. That's the trigger. Griddo pulls the trigger as well. Is this Quiet Cake's chance to pull the trigger? Or he'll stay out. Those mediums must be chilling and being fresh, but then you know the undercut very strong. So he will retain the lead, and the Battle Cat up into P4. To P2, sorry. So Cake has a chance. He's got a chance to pull away. There's a bunch of cars lined up. Where's Jacko coming out? So these three haven't pitted. He's actually not in a bad spot here. Neither is Griddo. So now, Quiet Cake has a chance. He has a chance to pull away, but the undercut very strong around here. I can find a battle currently brewing. That being the reason is Footy Bender and Mad Mac and Cheap Trick. Very small battle. And we'll see what can happen now. Can he get past? Well, it seems like Mad Mac's close to Cheap Trick though, as we will ride on board with him. But actually, we'll jump back up to Helmet Jacker, who is catching up to Tyrone. He's on those fresh hards. They'll go to the end. But this hard compound, I seem to whirl away for Tyrone. Helmet Jacker will get past 4 DRS straight. And he seems like he will. They'll go side by side into the start DRS, and there goes Helmet Jacker into P3. Good stuff by him, and that's without stopping. It's only 12 seconds off the lead of the race, who has stopped. And we'll have a look at tyres really quickly. That's 13 lap old hards and 13 lap old mediums for Cake and Battle Cat, and of course Tyrone 12 lap hards, bunch of hards, everyone in hards, but Quiet Cake at the moment, who is staying out and absolutely rocking these tyres, but he'll have to pit soon. Whether or not he's going to go long or plan for a safety car. So anyone's against Footy Bender, 134.67. I can see if I can see. It's not going to say what the fastest time is. Footy Bender, yeah, staying there. But it's just Jacko, you'll see what pace everyone has. Now here's Mac and Bender. Red Bull and RB. No team orders in here like real life. So what's going to happen is anyone's guess. Hopefully it's going to be a nice clean race in the thing or two. Hate to see a double DNF from these great racing, I believe it was in Bahrain or Jeddah. These two racing quite hard at it, and Mad Max also, he had to go at Quiet Cake in the Enduro, having quite a great long fight with Quiet Cake. He had to go looking for the overtake, but it took him 20 laps plus and still didn't get past. So is he going to be a lot quicker about it today, hoping to include and add some more points to the Red Bulls tally in their championship fight for the Constructors' Championship. Quiet Cake finally pulls the trigger. He's in. Same with Battle Cat. So Elmer Jacko will retain his lead. Does Tyrone come in? No, he does not. But yeah, that's it. Quiet Cake not even into his pit box yet. So Quiet Cake, I think, coming out about P6, P7, but that I don't think staying out helped him. The undercut very strong around here. Yeah, coming out about P8 here, P7, but he can get to moving. He's got the hards on. Hards do quite well around here if you have a good setup to match with them. So Elmer Jacko now into the lead of this race comfortably. Gritto though, he's come back on the back of Tyrone, still looking to make it a P2 finish for himself. If he can get past Tyrone and just walk it home. Behind him Izzy broke 3.2 seconds. And Bender as well, another 2.5 behind Izzy, but he has a penalty, so he's absolutely fine. And if he can get past Tyrone here, who still has the pit, and keep it clean, he's on for a P2 finish. As Tyrone sliding around a little bit. See what can happen now. As we'll come around the main straight, this back straight. And the moment before, once again, Tyrone done on the inside of turn 13. It seems like he moves 4 over, but still. Once again, 2 moves. But now Gritto has a chance to attempt the chase down Jacko. 5-second deficit though. Is that too much to ask? To get the footy Mender in real time. Unclear on what's going to happen for the rest of the race. Anyone's game? And there's Izzy ripping up a penalty. 3-second warning, so Bender, if he can catch up, it's anyone's game now. Tyrone will have to pit though. So, as right now, provisional P3 is actually going to be Mamak, I think. No, it will be Izzy, bro. No. Yeah, I can't work it out, so. I think it, it won't be Mad Mac. It'll be Izzy if he keeps it clean as Daz, Cheat Trick, and P-Mac come in. See what can happen now. Izzy chases down Tyrone to run aboard with him, and that's him on. Of course, Bender trying to close the gap now. That's why he can while he tries to come through. But will it be in the same spot? Tyrone lets him through once again. And into P3 is Izzy, bro. Now can Bender close the gap to Izzy? Of course, if he can get past Izzy, it'll be P3 on the road for him currently. 12 position between Bender and Izzy right now. But Mad Mac staying close, which will gain him position as well. Is Mad Mac too far back to get the move done? Yes, he is. Now Tyrone is still on the back of Izzy. So was it a bit of a DRS bait attempting to? Of course, the detection zone is on the entry of turn 12. So Tyrone would have had DRS down that main back straight there. But he'll get into the main straight again. A few cars squabbling around there behind them. Bellcat goes faster to 133.9. That's a big difference, and I think he went on start on the hard, so that's going to be good benefit for him. As they run aboard with Mamak, he chases down the footy Bender. Of course, Tyrone already losing nearly 2 seconds to the car in front. Footy Bender will have to get a move on, get past Tyrone, and then move up and chase after Izzy. Of course, if Mamak falls away, it's the 4th position. But Mamak has to stay close to Footy Bender and hope he gets past or catches up to Izzy Bro for P3 on the road. But like, it's anyone's game, and even safety cars can influence it in these last 10 laps. So it's anyone's game. Come around now. P6 is is Man Mac. Footy Bender going on the inside there. Forcing Man Mac to be behind Tyrone for this straight. And I think Footy Bender, does he have DRS? Yes, he does, so he's going to get to pull away. And he's going to have a car lengths in front. And now chase down Izzy Bro. And Jacker is kind of waltzing to a lead now. He's lapped Grojag. Now, Izzy and Bender is the fight we want to see. But now Cake is caught up to the back of Big Mac. Of Big Mad Mac. Not Big Mac. Big Mad Mac, sorry. As Battlecat goes fastest again on 133.95. As you see Tyrone finally pulling into the pits. See, I would assume he'll come onto some kind of mediums he will go onto. But now, and there's some clear air. You can push now and push a little bit and get the hard compounds to work for him. Let's see what they can do now. As he'll come out and about just ahead of his, quite a bit ahead of his teammate. Chaos doing well. Few tier 2 guys doing quite well up the front of the pack right now. Spikecake's now chasing, still chasing Mad Mac, the consistent last season's championship winner. Force out with Jacko, currently leading to this year's, but it's still anyone's game. Elm Jacko might win it on wins, but if you recall last season, Mad Mac won it on P2 finishes by just being in P2 a crap ton. So, well, Spikecake though, this might be his move on the consistent Mac. Yeah, make the move. Have a look into turn 14, and he will make the lunge, and he will get past. And Battlecat will also follow him through and get past. Trajects into the pits. Unclear if it's to retire or not, or to stop. A really quick look. And it seems to be pitting for the. Seems to be the mediums. So he'll come back around the mediums. Battlecat's Footy Bender not really making too much gains. White Cake looking to make the move now though. He needs to get past. I think he's going to work on to Bender. But he can get up to Bender and close the gap to Izzy once again. P3. So now this fight is between Battlecat and for provisional, nearly provisional P3. It's about 4-second gap between him and Izzy. Right now for Battlecat. Once he catches up to, he's got to get past Bender, but Footy Bender picking up a penalty, so Bender is out of the question. For P3 now, and Battlecat though get past, he'll get past for DRS. Bender, I don't know if it's a DRS bait or not. See what can happen now. Battlecat in car number 66 in that Ferrari. Won't have DRS, but Bender will. Is it going to matter that much in the long run? Bender staying ahead of Quiet Cake. It's Rumble, Quiet Cake into the braking and a big lunge from Quiet Cake. And he'll stay in P5. But now the chase is on for Battlecat and Quiet Cake. Can they chase down Izzy for P3 on the road and potentially even Gritto for P4, P2 and 3 on the road? It's all for position now. With about 9 laps to go, Elmer Jacker absolutely walking away with this. That's what he did in the Enduro. He walked away with it. He's very confident with himself. So, once again, you know, Izzy is caught up. This is for a position minus the penalty. So, of course, you can appeal to get penalties removed if you were given them due to a game glitch or error. So, say you didn't go off and you were given it. But now, what can he do? And Izzy Break get past? Is there a move? Is there anything for him? He might be a bit too far back. Make a move on Gritto. And you'll see here. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. Can't see Gritto's. Izzy Bros are not as new, I believe. Now it's awfully close in traction. Gritto a lot better. 3 seconds to get back now. Oh, and Izzy's gone off. But he's no chance. He's going to use that potential extra speed. Is there going to be a move here from Izzy Bro? He'll retain and stay behind. Jacko's still 9 seconds ahead. So anyone's game, anyone's race. So interesting to see what can happen. Into the braking zone here. Oh, the hairpin on turn 6. Very clean here. Of course, if he can get past Gritto here, can try and make up ground and try and get into the clean air and make up that penalty that he has. Look behind him as well. This battle is brewing. Quiet Kick on way fresher tyres, but it's also hards v mediums, I do believe. So, how much is that worth? How much is the freshness of those hards worth to those mediums? But I do believe they'll get past this time round. Right on board of Izzy Bro. Looking for that curve on the extra turn 13 there. See what I can do. DRS will be open. He'll get the shot. And this is the chance he has to get past Izzy Bro into P2 on the road. Of course, penalties are a thing. Into the braking. Looking for the switcheroo is Gritto. No, not going to get it. But now Battlecat will have to close up and chase. That's all he's going to do. Of course, Izzy Bro trying to break the slipstream. Give himself a fair fight. But still anyone's game. So we enter the final 6 laps of this Grand Prix. So as it stands, Gritto will be P2 and Battlecat will just miss out on P3. But he needs to push a bit more. 7K, if he can get past Battlecat, he could be in the running for provisional P3. And put that Kick Sauber on the podium for, I believe, the 2nd time this season. If I'm not wrong, so... A quick look. We're gonna put it on the 2nd time in that Kick Sauber. This train behind Izzy and Gritto. Here it is. Here's the chance Gritto will get to retain his position, and that's P2 for him. Great stuff. We're nearing the end now of this Grand Prix. See what we can do, what he can do. It's anyone's game. This race still as is. Battlecat and Quiet Kick are caught up to this leading pair. As it stands, Battlecat's P3. Gritto will stay P2. Unless he picks up a penalty. So is anyone still behind him? Well, very close into the hairpin. The traction race now, both on the hard compound, so nothing do change really. High freshness wise, I do believe Izzy's are much fresher than Gritto's. We look behind them, 2 seconds the gap behind. Quiet Kick looking. This is for provisional P3 on the road here due to penalties. So runnable with him through this section. This is a chance for a move for Quiet Kick if he can use the deploy. Eventually he'll have to go for the move though. It's not going to be a nice easy move. He'll have to go for it. He's going to have to lunge. Do what he did too. I think it was Mad Mac, but there is Izzy Bro making past. Gritto, as he comes back. Oh, does not get the move there. Can't get a look. Has to bail out. Very slowly out of the exit of that corner. This is Quiet Cake. As we'll see in front of them. Ritter looking to make the move. They dance, and they will dance, and he go all contact between the two. Ritter a bit forcefully gets his position on Izzy Bro. As we're looking to go around the outside here of turn 4, crowjacking up penalty. He's in P15. Who's going to come out of this corner on top? It's allowing the other two to come back though. And Gritto very forcefully retains position. Ooh, slight slide there from the going to the back. But there's Izzy Bro. Very neck and neck racing between the two. And they'll go around. Gritto will stay ahead. Into turn 7 there. Very close racing indeed. They're caught up now. Battle Cat. And there's sector 1. There is a horse of chaos. Goes around sector 1. We'll jump back up to this fight for P3 on the road and P2 now. Really better be careful here though. He's got cars behind him who will have DRS. And it's going to be a battle of who can deploy the most. And will Gritto fall twice? And of course, JK Mash slowing down, let Tyrone through. But there he goes, Izzy Bro into the lead, into P2. Not on the road, but he will stay. But it won't be enough. So as it stands, Battle Cat, Gritto will still stay. P3, Battle Cat will stay. No, Gritto P2, provisional, and Battle Cat P3, provisional. But now that switches. As all one and doesn't switch onto the straight. Gritto going a long way round and keeping his place. Gritto is proving he can race with the big guys up in tier 1 now. Of course, these guys, most of these guys are in the top 5 of the tier 3 championship, not tier 2. So they're tier 1 championship here. See, this fight is what's interesting. It's rough. They're getting the elbows out a bit. And a very clean, bit of a small slide from Gritto there. He goes around now for turn 8 now. See if he can make the move on the DRS straight though. You look behind him. Everyone's so close. Of course, there's always a chance to play for the overtake. Anyone's game, anyone's job to make past here. And of course, on the road, Cake is currently seeing provisional P4. Provisional P2 for Gritto and provisional P4, P3, sorry, for Battle Cat. This is where Gritto can get past. Battle Cat's a bird's eye view of this move. As Gritto, and can Battle Cat follow him through? No, he cannot. Quiet Cake's caught up behind him though. Is this the move for Quiet Cake? Is it where he goes up into provisional P3? We have 3 laps of racing to go. As Izzy Bro makes it up into the round. And he'll up the inside line for turn 1. As he makes it up into P2. Of course, this won't be provisional. But this battle is allowing Jacko to walk away with this nearly 4 turns ahead. This is going to be looking for good points though for Red Bull though. Yes, they won't get the win, but P6 and currently provisional P2. It's what they would have wanted is to run aboard with Gritto. It's going through the hairpin very close to the back of Izzy Bro. See what can happen for the remainder of this race. If anyone's picking, as Izzy Bro gets a much better exit there. Tyres might be starting to go off though. Meanwhile, all the dirty air could be impacting some of these drivers. Izzy's going to have that advantage. He has to still pull 3 seconds in about 2.5 laps. I mean, 2 laps and a sector. He's got to pull 3 seconds to retain his current position. It's not looking likely, so Gritto just doesn't even have to make a move. Just to stick towards that Aston Martin, stick to it like glue. And he'll be... And you're going to look, is he going to make the move? Here's the DRS. Battle Cat seeming to fall, but Battle Cat using all this deploy. They're going to go 3 wide. And then Battle Cat makes it past. The double overtaking Gritto also gets past, but Izzy with the switchback into a bit of elbows out, heading to the final corner. Very arch elbows out. Gritto forcing Izzy off. But Izzy will retain the stay where he is. Elbows are out for Izzy Bros. We had to start the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. See Quiet Cake just sitting there, hovering in that DRS prep. Of course, if he can make a singular move on Gritto or Battlecat, he will be up in the provisional P3. Of course, Izzy Bro, all these provisional talks due to Izzy Bro's penalty, basically pushing him through his Gritto on Izzy Bro. See, this is a very physical fight we're seeing between these two. Aston and the Red Bull, a very physical fight. This is Tier 1 versus Tier 2 though. So Gritto was doing an absolutely amazing job to stay with these guys around China here. He was doing it in Bahrain as well. Penalties didn't go his way. But of course, you never know. Penalties can happen. Jacker will be heading around down this straight, getting ready to start his final lap. But this is what's behind him. A battle of 4 cars brewing. But it is Quiet Cake. When's he going to go for it? When's the move going to happen for that kick saber? When's he going to go for the podium? When's he going to jump him? I don't think it'll be this new move here. But Izzy Bro, you can have the inside line for turns 14. And he's trying to follow him through, and he does. Gritto will follow him through a P2 on the road provisionally as we start the final lap from El Majaco. And this train is exactly what we want to see for very tight racing. Tier 1 and Tier 2 racing in harmony. Izzy Bro, of course, will not, I don't believe, will stay unless Gritto causes an incident or someone else out of these 3 fall back 3 seconds. Izzy Bro's going to have to fall back to P5, it seems like. We see here, that's behind Gritto and Cake. He knows this is the lap to make a move. This is the move to go flat out. This is his final chance to get up into the podium positions, of course. He needs to pick off one of the 2 drivers in front of him for the chance of the podium, of course. And now Majaco is rounding turn 11 now. So, tire time's about a sector to go now in this Grand Prix. Gritto, he's fine. He just has to stay where he is. Quiet Cake needs a move. It's anyone's game. We'll have to see Majaco go through. As El Majaco will win here. But who's going to finish on the podium? That's the question. As we look from Izzy Bros POV, who's going to make the move? Who's looking to make a move? Is Quiet Cake close enough to make the move for the podium? They're dancing, as El Majaco wins it. But who's going to follow him through? Quiet Cake is not going to be close enough to make the move. But Izzy, has he dove down the inside? He has. And he's picked off one. He didn't pick off, he picked off Izzy. But he goes around the outside of Battlecat, who will take P3. Gritto takes P2. But Gritto gets a penalty, a 22nd, for ignoring blue, purple, yellow flags. So that's going to drop him back. As well as Itchy speeding in the pit lane. But what an end to that race. El Majaco, dominance, wins in China. Followed by Gritto, Quiet Cake, Battlecat, Mad Mac, Izzy Bro, Footy Bender, Tyrone, JK Mash, Cheap Trick, Chaos. Well, should finish where he is. Now Daz and that Ferrari, they shouldn't be overtaken now. But a bunch of battery being used by PMAC. Is there a move for PMAC on the final lap? On the second to last corner. Very slow moving Chaos ahead of them. But a very physical end to that Grand Prix. And it seems like Daz will hold off PMAC in that Ferrari. And there goes Daz across the line. And Crojag will be the last across the line. And of course, Junkyard finished into your DNF. So that's the end of your Grand Prix. El Majaco wins it here in China. That's his 4th win in a row. Not in a row. 4th win in the season. Battlecat picking up driver of the day. Beautiful race by him as well. As we head to the podium, Jacko makes it his 4th win, 2 in a row though. Can he make it 3 in a row next week in Miami? Of course, Red Bull Gritto, the Tier 2 driver, on the podium, and as well as Quiet Cake in that kick style, making that last turn move into P3. And of course, here's your podium celebrations. Almajacker taking out the win here in China. And of course, Gritto next, then Quiet Cake is your podium. Battle Cat, Mad Mac, Izzy Bro, Old Footy Bender, Tyrone, JK Mash, and Cheat Trick is your top 10, followed by Chaos, Dads, PMac, Itchy, and Crowjag. That is your finishing cars, and of course, Junkyard Doggy with the DNF. That's going to be it for me tonight here. Hope you enjoyed watching this Chinese Grand Prix. And of course, we'll be here same time next week for round 6 in Miami. So have a good rest of your night, and peace out.